Hello Aquarius, how are you? It's me, Lauren B from the Untitled Tarot. Welcome back if you're returning. Welcome if it's your first time in. We're very happy to have you. We're going to do your weeklies. We are going to do them a little bit differently with all the heavy energy floating around. I figured it'd be best not to have like tower cards popping up and 3 of swords and all that business. So we are going to do an animal oracle spread. It's a basic instinct spread, I like to call it. It's one of the personals that I offer. And so we are going to use the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal Oracle deck by Kim Kranz. It's such a mouthful of a title for a woman with a small, short name. And then we're going to use the Animal Spirit Oracle by Colette Baron Reed at the end for some advice. So I pulled a couple general energies for you guys. As always, energies can be vice versa, flipped, Missy Elliott style. You know how it be. But first out, this is very interesting. So we have the earthworm, beautiful energy, followed up by the scorpion. We have the spider, reversed, followed up by the horse, gorgeous, and this dragonfly. So, like I said, this could be you. This could be somebody that's like very heavily connected to you or in your energetic force field. I'm looking at this earthworm and I'm looking at this scorpion. And the scorpion for me is very much of, it's a fire energy. It is about passion, but it's very much focused, right? It's focused, intentional energy and a focused strike, right? Almost, maybe it almost is a little bit like a shower moment, but like almost one that like you create. And this earthworm energy, earthworms are regenerators in a way, you know, like they go underneath the ground, they enrich nutrients into the soil, they recycle things, right? And for some reason, I'm very drawn to all of the, like the folds on this earthworm for some reason. And inside, right, when through that regenerative process, through making that compost, enriching the soil with the nutrients again, right? Making lemonade, right? There is growth, there is change, there is balance and harmony and alignment. And so I'm like very focused here. It's very focused there. I'm like, all right, well, Aquarius, my little alien babies, you know, you're working on yourself, right? I was like, okay. And then it's like, and then I have the spider energy out afterwards in reverse. And the spider energy is very much of like a collaborative energy, right? Feels very 3 of Pentacles to me. It's very creative, but it's also about working on something, weaving something, putting things in place together so that way they flow, they create an ecosystem, they serve a purpose, right? And it's in reverse. And then you have this horse, which represents freedom, right? Independence. Look at that solar, that sacral energy with that yellow and that orange and that red, right? It's like this gut instinct, this gut instinct. It's like, I'm looking at this person. Could be you, it could be somebody else. But how do I want to put this? There's some kind of growth. Something has changed for you. Something has changed for this person. And, oh, help me. How do I want to put this? I don't know what this is. This could be a relationship. This could be a job. This could be a passion project. This could be a garage band, for all I know. I don't know. I don't know why that popped in my head. Maybe for some of you, it is a garage band, right? But there is a regenerative, balancing energy and this focused strike. And it seems like it's at this spider. It seems like it's at this spider, as though there's been some kind of change, some kind of shift in you that has kind of refocused, redirected your passions, your energy. Thank you. I was like, why can't I? And it's causing you to no longer want to work on something, collaborate on something, right? And it's kind of in the name of freedom, to kind of break free from these ties. And then it's like, I'm looking back at the folds on this earthworm, like it's almost like the scorpion's kind of coming in to almost like strike this spider and allow the web to sort of collapse, like fold in on itself. And then the process of absorbing that, pulling out the nutrients, kind of re-putting it back into the soil so that way it can grow something new, something beneficial, right? It's like that kind of process in the name of untying ties, in the name of freedom. And the dragonfly, that's a truth transcends illusion. It's like all in the name of truth, right? It's either maybe you guys got some news or you're bringing in some news. And I'm looking at the spider web. I've got all the colors of all the chakras, but the one in particular that's like sticking out to me is this blue one. Is this blue? It's like it almost looks like a stick, right? But it's blue. That's throat chakra. So it's like you're bringing something in. You are bringing in some kind of truth, Aquarius. That is like a strike, but it's very focused. It's very intentional. It's for the purpose of. It's almost like a control. I almost see like a control burn, like in the woods that they have. They do that around here. I live in Jersey. That's what they do. It's kind of like to clear out the old, so that way the new has room to grow. It's that kind of thing in order to break free from the situation. And you're bringing, because you got some clarity, you know, things just made sense in your head. You got some truth, and it's like now you're bringing it in. It's very interesting. It's very like multi-layered. I would expect nothing less from an Aquarius. Oh shit, these both pop up. Okay. Anything else in the environment? There's a swan spirit, self-reflection. Fire ant spirit, that's like pressure's building. Anything else about the environment, please? Anything else about the environment? Oh, there's two. Oh, shit. Okay, wow. Okay. So you have the swan spirit out in the environment, right? This is very much about mirroring. This is about self-reflection. It's about our outward environment mirroring our internal experiences a lot of the time. This fire ant energy. This is, for me, it's a little bit of an aggressive energy. It could be conflict. It could be gossip. It's some kind of, it's kind of like this, right? It's like a focus point of passion, of a stirring up of emotions, but it's less contained than it is in the Scorpion, because this is like one single energy, and this is accumulation. Are you guys okay? Is it me? It might be me today. I have a case of the Mondays maybe, but it's accumulation, and that makes it uncontrollable because it's like a bunch of little fires, as opposed to like one big one that like you see, you can control. It's like a bunch of little ones like popping up like whack-a-mole. You have this deer energy. This is like a really beautiful, like graceful energy, which is kind of nice to see. It's like almost like a little bit of like a temperance, kind of like trying to come in, like easy does it, like slowly walk through the woods, let's be graceful, like Bambi style, right? It can be a little alert. It can be a little like paranoid, right? They're very kind of skittish. They can scare easy, right? They're also a little bit of like a daring energy that normally doesn't come through for me, but I always think about like deer like jumping out in the middle of the roads. That happens here in Jersey all the time, dawn and dusk, like woo. So it's also like, it's graceful, but it's also very free. It's very like free and adventurous, right? But a lot like this horse. A lot like this horse spirit. It's almost like your inner feminine and your inner masculine, right? And then you have this vulture spirit out, but it's out in reverse. And normally the vulture spirit is a little bit like the earthworm. It's a recycler. You know, it comes in, it cleans up death, decay, carcass, anything that can't be used anymore. And so that way everything's purified, right? It's a purifying energy. And it's interesting because this spider in reverse and this fire ant are for me, it's the same thing, right? And it's almost like, the fire ant is coming out directly underneath the scorpion. Look at that, they're exactly the same. It's almost as though you have through possibly this period of self-reflection, kind of taking a bird's eye view, no pun intended with this one, of like a situation, kind of doing some work on yourself, maybe seeing how cycles kind of play out and things kind of weave. It's almost like you premeditate that like this is going to be a problem. Excuse me, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be faulty, or it's just something, conflict, too many people, too many cooks in the kitchen. There's something about this, like you don't want to be a part of it anymore. It's like you understand the truth of this situation, like what it is and what it isn't, kind of thing. And so you're kind of going in, like almost like into the lion's den, I'm hearing, to like collapse it. So that way there's no more progress. There is no more work. Like there's no more collaboration in the sake of freedom, right? In the sake of beauty and like grace and expression. It's almost the just wanting to be in flow, right? To just wanting to just live and to just be happy and not always feeling like you have to be on the defensive, right? Not feeling like you have to almost like contain these good parts of you, because it almost feels like that, right? And I'm looking at the earthworm, and there's this section, you know, when like somebody steps on an earthworm and it regrows, it can regenerate, but then there's this part of it that's like not folded in, which is almost cool because it's like not these ties that bind that like you don't want to be a part of anymore, not tangled up in anyone's web. But it's also like this piece of like regrowth, right? But the vulture is in reverse. So it's almost like, and it's underneath the dragonfly, which is like truth transcends illusion. So it's almost like in this environment cannot be salvaged, is what I'm hearing. That's what this vulture is in reverse. It's almost like it can't be fixed. Like there's nothing else we can do here. Like it's kind of irreparable. Whether it feels like a little bit of a bigger situation more than just like a single relationship, but it very much could be. This is very general. So it could apply to work. It could, you know, it could very much, it's fire. It could very much apply to like a work situation. But that's what I'm getting is like through a period of growing and self-reflection, you're really premeditating that this situation cannot be fixed. We're really not going to get what we want out of this situation. So like we're going to go a little bit in the lion's den and we're going to strike it down. We're going to collapse. We're going to collapse these webs for the sake of freedom, because we want to be grace. We want to walk in flow. We want to do that, right? Because the truth is like nothing is going to clean this up. Maybe like there's no amount of talking, there's no amount of board meetings, there's no amount of collaboration, there's no amount of, there's just not. Like the truth is like it cannot be salvaged. It cannot be recycled, right? Some things, and it's true, some things have to go in the garbage. Just saying. So, crocodile reverse on the bottom, coming to light. That truth coming up, right? It's almost like I said, it's like the spider. It's like the stick of truth. It's like the sword. It's like, you know, it's air energy. It's like stick of truth coming in. It's like bursted bubble. That's a lot. Okay, in your strengths. Damn. Okay, cool. Yes. Okay, so in your strengths, you have the cheetah in reverse, right? Not running towards this situation, right? Not allowing this to expand into a bigger chaos, right? Not running towards it, and not almost like allowing people to, it's almost like using this truth that like when people come in, it's like, like a lion's den, that it's like people come in and you like poke them with your stick of truth. You're like, not today, not on my watch. That's not gonna fly for me. It's like not going towards the situation, not engaging, not working it anymore. It almost looks kind of like this spider web, you know? Butterfly in reverse, not trying to transform it, right? Not trying to salvage, not trying to recycle it. Sea serpent, because you're having faith in the process. You're having faith in these cycles, in your death, in your rebirth, and that this process is protected from you. You are protected in this process. Yes? And sometimes it feels like you're kind of eating yourself up. You kind of have to eat yourself alive, right? Just like this earthworm energy. But you are protected. This is a spirit card. You know that spirit has your back, and you know that it is encouraged by spirit to not invest in this situation into building any more little weaves on this web, right? And that this situation is not one that is worth the energy to transform. Because that's the truth. So let's see what your weaknesses are. I got the power. That's what I'm hearing. I got power. You're upright. Any other weaknesses? Oh, you guys are sweet. Oh, yeah, with the little lamb on the bottom. You guys are sweet. I fucking love an Aquarius so hard. So hard. I never met an Aquarius I didn't like. Not once in my whole life. Look, in your weaknesses, you have the dolphin energy. This is like the friendliest little energy you ever did see. It really is, right? It's not a cold thing that you want to fold in or collapse this spider web, right? Or stomp out the anthill, right? It's not for a malicious reason. I really just feel like it's just because you just need to keep going. You just need to keep going. You need to keep growing. You need to keep moving. It's not that it's not like a great anthill, but it's not vibing with you. anymore in the right way. It's not growing you, it's stalling you at this point, right? But it's hard when you know, and that's a very communal energy. So it's hard to separate yourself from that. It is, especially as an Aquarius, because sometimes Aquariuses feel a little strange and outcasty anyway, as it is. So when you find groups of people that you feel like you click with, it's really hard to separate yourself from that. With the bat, this is a little bit of a, oh yeah, see, oh, that's hard to talk about. Oh, you poor noodles, right? It's that throat chakra, you guys should do some throat chakra meditations. The bat energy is like very much like the moon card. It's mysterious, it's secrets, it's being able to see in the dark, right, where other people can't. Like got a little bit of that sacral energy, right? Things that make you feel safe, things that make you feel secure. Like your friends, right? And it kind of sucks when you're like, I've weaved like a whole little life with these people or with this person or at this place or doing this thing. And I'm realizing now that I'm growing into a different kind of thing. I'm growing into a different kind of person. I'm growing into these different aspects of myself where I want different things in my life, or I feel differently about things, and I don't fit here anymore, right? So I have to leave. I have to kind of collapse this relationship, this situation, like whatever it may be. And that's hard. The truth of that is hard to swallow. That's what this is. It's like not seeing in the dark. It's like seeing in all of the light, right? Peacock is that you want to be graceful in it, right? It's a very regal energy. It's a very 9 of Pentacles energy. It's again, with this deer and this horse, they're very loyal. They're very regal, very graceful, very like strong but gentle energies, right? It's like that strength of that bond, that strength of that loyalty, that longevity in it. This isn't coming from a bad place, but it's saying that it's in this weakness because the truth is that, you know, where you are meant to go, Aquarius, I don't know where that is for you, but wherever it is that you're meant to go, whatever it is that you're meant to do, you know, people and places, situations come in and out of your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and you don't really know what that is until you get there. And it's okay to have love for people, and it's okay to support them. And I get why you feel bad, right? It's like these loyalties, and you want to do right. It's like I want to do right by everybody in this situation, but the most important question that you need to be asking is, are you first and foremost doing right by yourself? Are you doing right by yourself first? Because I think the truth of the matter, Aquarius, is that I think in some of these dealings, the truth is that you've probably weaved a lot more of these webs than these other people have, perhaps. Which is why you could probably strike it down all on your own without needing the collaborative effort of everyone else. Like you got it, right? And Spirit's on your side. Spirit's saying like, you should do this. This is not, you know, it's that swan energy after that reflection that like, it is not balanced. What you are getting is maybe not what you are receiving. You want to do right by everybody because you care. But the truth is like wherever you're going, Aquarius, whatever that is, not everybody can come, right? Everybody gets their own freedom. Everybody gets a path. Everybody gets a purpose. Everybody gets God, and everybody gets the same, right? It's what you do with it. It's what you do with it. That's what matters. And freedom is yours, and Spirit wants you to have it. And Spirit is saying like, your weakness is your big old heart, and like it is a good thing that you have that, but also make sure that you first, Aquarius. You first, right? Right? And I'm just thinking, it just came in my head, I'm just like, Aquarius is the second to last. It's the second to last in the zodiac. And I was like, oh, Aquarius, always second to last. Don't let yourself be second to last anymore, right? No more. Don't let your heart be bigger than your future. How about that? How about that, Aquarius, eh? Because I guarantee you, not all of these fire ants would give up their future for you, right? So, you don't have to be cold-hearted, but you need to know when to fly off the planet, okay? My little aliens. So let's see, how should we move forward? How should we proceed, Spirit? How should we proceed? Ah, elk spirit, beautiful. It's very King of Pentacles for me. Be solid in yourself. Be confident in yourself. Be stable. Take the reins. Take control. Take the reins. Take control. Apparently this one wants to come out too. Oh, the unicorn. Look at that. Use your intuition. This, I'm just saying, you have the horse, you have the deer, you have the elk, you have a unicorn. Just saying. And I love this. This is like my freaky little horse. This is almost like you, right? Look at this. It's like you, all that color, all that working on yourself, that expression, that alignment, right? Getting the truth, your truth, your authenticity, right? And this is almost like an antenna. And an antenna, I'm telling you, throat chakra. You guys need to work on your throat chakra so that way I stop tripping up over my words. It's like a little antenna out to spirit, right? Trying to use your intuition, right? And that, remember, that is one of your strengths. That is one of your strengths. That's beautiful. So moving forward, we need to take the reins. We need to stay connected to spirit, right? Because that's gonna help us. And look, they're both looking in the same direction, right? Because doing that, because it's almost also like a as above, so below kind of energy too, like that higher, again, like that inner and that inner masculine and that inner feminine energy, right? It's like the cyclical putting everything together, like the truth of it all, right? As above, so below. It's this taking control of your life, getting control of your emotions. Because when things start getting all weird for you, because they will, because they do, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Being able to make sure that your intuition is connected to that gut instinct, right? There's all this yellow, there's all this red, it's all this solar plex, this well-being, self-esteem, self-worth, this sacral stability, how I feel safe, what am I grounded to, what am I rooted to, where are my connections? That's where all of that is. That's why that's your biggest weakness right now. So you really need to work on your throat chakra, and you really need to work on your base root chakra, and you need to work on your like sacral and your solar plex. Please work on your throat chakra before I do your next reading. Wait. The eagle. Moving forward. Always take the high road, Aquarius. Always keep your head held high. You are regal. You are gentle. You have all those aspects. So keep living out of that. Not to your detriment though. Not to your detriment, because this eagle also knows how to strike in the name of what is right for themselves. And you doing this is what's right for you. It might... That focus, it's that same energy, right? Because this has to do with your self-worth, your journey, right? How you feel, your purpose. Let's get some advice. Let's get a little advice card for you, Aquarius. My little aqua babies. I love Aquarius so much. I'm a Pisces, so my side reel is an Aquarius. So that's probably why I like Aquarius so much. But they're just like perfect little aliens. I never met an Aquarius who wasn't like a sweet angel. Like not one. Not one. Geminis. I get along really well with Geminis. Rhino spirit. Oh, we love that. Overcome any obstacle. 50, that's a 5. Change, right? Overcome as things change and the wheels churn, right? We can overcome that obstacle. It's not always easy. You can do it with love. You can do it with love. But sometimes you can't. Sometimes you gotta strike. Oh my God. Oh, this might be the last read of the day. This one? Okay. Girl, groundhog spirit, time to let go. 31, that breaks down into a 4, 4, 5, progression, moving on. But you're moving on up. Yes, you are, just like the Jeffersons. East side, west side, whatever side you want, Aqua, whatever side you want. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you. Thank you for letting me do this for you guys. Thank you for welcoming me into your energy. I hope that this helps. I hope this helps. Stay strong. You guys are doing a good job. You're doing a really good job. Come on. You're Aqua. Cream always rises to the top, baby. If you guys need anything, I'm here. All of my information should be in the description box. All the decks I use are down there. My email for personals, my Twitter, I do daily spreads on there. All that stuff, all that jazz, all that jazz. If you want to talk to me in the comments, I would love to hear from you. If you want to subscribe and do all that stuff, I would really appreciate it. If not, then just thanks for hanging out and coming by. I love y'all. I'll see you in a couple days. See you in a couple days, Aqua. I think we're gonna do love readings. I've been beaten down. I've submitted to the love readings. We'll do one. We'll see how it goes. All right, goodbye.